hair. Anyways, I get ready to style my hair some kind of way. I pulled out a couple of clips and things about, we'll see. Because I was thinking about kind of wearing it out, and then I thought about clipping it back for the purposes of this video, maybe. But we'll see. Let's just get started. So this is after my forced moisture technique that I did a short of recently. So if you saw that video, this is the style that I put in. So that style helped to define my curls and that technique helped with defining my curls, with the moisturizing, the finger detangling, the forced moisture, and just really kind of going through, getting that hair defined. And then I twisted it up, and it still has some shine to it. And so, like here, it feels dry on the edges. I did sleep with like this. I don't know if it's exactly satin, but I got it from Dollar Tree. But it looks satin. That's what I slept with. That looks like there's a little something in my hair. You have to be careful with hair. Sometimes likes to pick things up from the environment. So I slept with that bonnet on, but it came off. Came off. Some of you know how that is. When I first got it, it's a nice size bonnet, I will say, from Dollar Tree. But apart from that, like the elastic is too tight at first for me. And you don't want to have like tight elastic around your edges or even your hairline and cutting off your circulation through the night. Like that's not ideal. Not something you want to do, especially, you want to maintain the health of your hair and scalp and follicles and make sure you can get the blood flow that you need. So yeah, like some parts like feel more dry than others. Like here feels more dry, here feels a little more moist, but still like it can use some water. And what I've noticed too is that sometimes I don't realize just how dry my hair is by touching it until I go and re-moisturize it. And then like it might feel like, oh, it's not that bad, it's soft, whatever. But then when I go and re-moisturize it, I'm like, wow, like it actually was dry, more dry than I realized. So for now, I'm just gonna start taking these. These are all twists. I have a flat twist here, one here, one here, one here, and then I have some straight twists in the back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start taking those down. Just be gentle with taking your hair down. You can see it still has shine to it. It still has texture to it. So try out that forced moisture technique. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out one of my recent shorts recent to this video, because if you're watching this video months or years later, then recent is relative. But if you check the date on this video and then go back a day or two and check out my shorts, then you should see what I'm talking about. So that's still nice and defined and somewhat stretched. So we'll see where this hairstyle ends up going. Be cool to wear it down. I haven't done like just washing. Actually, some people say wash and go, but it's not like we just wash and go a lot of times. It's like wash and detangle and moisturize and do whatever and go. So I haven't done a lot of that lately. My hair, which is a healthy thing, but my hair, if it's not stretched, it tends to shrink a lot. And so to do a wash and go, and then just let it shrink, sometimes in the past, I think has probably caused me tangles, which isn't something that is super ideal. Yeah, so maybe I'll be able to wear it down some kind of way today, because it's the hair is staying pretty stretched and it's still defined even through being twisted up like this. So I'm gonna keep taking these down. I still might end up doing like maybe like a part up and part down hairstyle. Um, and if I didn't finish my sentence, if you tried the forced moisture technique that I showed you all, or if it's something that you do and maybe you just call it by another name, let me know how that's worked for you. All right. So I didn't finish. I'm kind of separating these two, not too much because I don't want to disturb the curl pattern too much. You know, they tell you to just kind of take it down where it naturally separates. And just kind of feeling where it naturally separates and separating it from there. And one thing I've noticed too, like if there are tangles on the ends, it's better to stretch the end like this instead of going like this and pulling it from here. I find that that sometimes makes very bad knots in my hair. So it's better to try to find where the end is with the tangle. Stretch from below that tangle and then pull the strands out. It just ends up being a better result in the end, um, at least for my hair. That's what I get. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it that way. And I just pull it from the top and it tangles on me. And sometimes I end up with a knot that I end up cutting off or something. So it's just better to do it right the first time. All right, see the shine, it's still shining. It's kind of dull. It depends on the angle, but it's shinier than I've probably seen it some other times without doing what I did before I twisted it this time. So I think my hair is going to be nice today and let me wear it down. Some days you might plan like a twist out and then the twist out just isn't, you know, untwisting the way that maybe was expected. And it's like, oh, well, I thought I was going to do a twist out, but maybe end up like clipping it back instead. And I found that as, I think when my hair was shorter, it was easier to get defined twist outs. But I guess the products that I used in my hair and stuff and stretching it is helping it to lay down this time. So it's not like in this super awkward stage. Let me see the back. I'm still just taking the twist down, separating them out. And if you feel shed hairs when you're doing this, it's a good time to take those shed hairs out too. so that they aren't staying in with the hairs that aren't shed and causing confusion, causing like tingling and stuff like that. Okay, so I have one more twist after this one, just working on separating this one out. And tell me if, so I bought this pick. I've had picks before, but tell me if you have issues lifting up your hair with the pick, like getting in the roots and lifting it without feeling like you're pulling your hair out. I think probably the other day when I tried to use the pick, maybe my hair was just too tangled at the roots and it felt kind of detrimental to use a pick because it felt like I was, like the pick was getting stuck in my roots and it felt like I was causing damage in some areas, or it sounded like it. Um, and so just because, you're natural doesn't necessarily mean the pick is always the best tool to use. It might depend on how detangled your roots are. And maybe people have different techniques for how they're using the pick. But some of the naturals, you watch their videos and the pick is just going through, and mine was like, nope, not happening today. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, I'm kind of doing this at the roots and pulling them apart to fluff them out. You see that? I'm kind of lifting it up. And so this is somewhat of an alternative to using a pick. It might not get you like the results that necessarily a pick would get you completely. But if the pick won't go through your hair, rather than trying to force it through and like damaging all the work you've been putting in for all the days, months, years, however long you've been natural, it's better to just be gentle. And plus, this feels good. Kind of feels like I need a massage right now because my scalp is itchy and it needs some attention. And that feels good. So I can lift it and massage it at the same time, promoting that blood flow. You can also I don't know if you see me if I do it, but you can flip your head upside down and continue doing that. If you can go lower without being dizzy, you can go flip your hair even more upside down to just promote that blood flow. And then don't forget to gently massage to not rough. You want to be gentle with your little baby hairs on the edges, but don't forget to moisturize those with natural oils too, and water when you're moisturizing the rest of your hair. And then the edges on the sides, don't forget those areas. And sometimes we focus on certain parts of our hair and scalp, and other parts we might not be thinking about. But just be intentional about thinking about what you might be forgetting. Right. So now I'm just gonna play with this and try to get in some kind of shape. Do a little more separating at the bottom. Move the camera back just so I can see the mirror a bit better for myself. So it's kind of given this layered look, they used to have those hairstyles that are short at the top and then long at the bottom. It's kind of giving that right now. That's okay. I like variety. I like switching it up. So sometimes I like it takes a boldness. It takes a boldness to go out and something new. But it's fun. You know, it's like if you don't normally wear an afro, to put an afro and then go out, it it might take a mindset change. Like, okay, I'm doing afro today. You know, if you're usually a twist out person, or if you're an afro person, you do a twist out. But yeah, I like to mix things up. I don't like always wearing the same hairstyle necessarily. Like I'll maybe get into seasons of doing that. And then once in a while I want to change, you know? It's like when people get dreadlocks, it's like, you not want to change your hair anymore? Like some like the sister locks and stuff, they might look cute, but it's like, but I want to change my hair up, you know? I want to once in a while I want to straighten it, you know, and blow dry it or do something, you know, some other kind of style to it. And if you are on your natural journey and you're like feeling like you're ready to go back to those harmful, whatever unhealthy chemicals and put relaxer in your hair, if you've been wearing your hair one way for a while, just try switching it up. Like if you've been wearing your hair in its natural state, maybe blow dry it. Or if you've um, been wearing it, you know, straight or whatever, then try wearing an afro. You know, switch it up because sometimes that will give you just enough change and then you can go back to your healthy, natural hair and not put all the chemicals in your hair and yeah, keep your volume, keep your texture and stuff like that. Also, another thing that I've run into before is where I feel like I'm moisturizing my hair, and it still feels dry and it feels damaged, right? And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it feels like it's at the point of no return. Wash your hair. Try it. Like, if your hair is like super dry, it's like, but washing is going to make it more dry. I actually watched a YouTube video and I've experienced this before, I guess, just changing my routine or whatever. It might have happened after a wash. But I was watching this video and this natural was talking about how like sometimes your product is like just so built up on your hair that it's causing it to be dry. You need to wash it off. You need to like probably do um, if a like a regular moisturizing shampoo isn't doing the job, probably get a shampoo that's really going to um, like what's the word? Sorry, my brain is like, oh. It's still getting going today. But try to use a shampoo that was gonna like I don't want to say strip the hair because you know that just doesn't sound like healthy for the hair. You want your hair to have moisture and protection. But once in a while you have clarify. That's the word. That's the word. Try to find a clarifying shampoo because once in a while you might need to clarify your hair to get the buildup off so that it can receive moisture again. You know what? There's a spiritual lesson in that. I know there's one in there. It's like all the buildup in our lives, like, you know, maybe it's buildup of if there's unconfessed sin or if there's something that's been going on, like attitudes and stuff that need to be clarified. They need to be stripped off, removed, so that we can receive joy again, receive love, receive peace again, things like that. God has lessons all over the place in this life, you know, spiritual lessons all over. They're all over. We just have to listen. And I need that lesson right there for myself. So, thank you for joining me on Learning with Natural Hair. Hopefully, um, you're enjoying your natural hair journey. I can do some kind of a length check. I haven't done that in a while. I did get my hair trimmed this summer and I needed it. It looked like it was getting kind of long, at least in the back, but then it was like looking straggly and stuff. Um, so let me, this piece of hair right here is just hanging out together. It wanted to stay together, but it's not exactly in the center. Anywho, this probably won't be the best length check. This is still a little off centered. I feel like some of these pieces are going to be different lengths. But this is these little front pieces. And I feel like even here, like some of this, I think got trimmed. In the center here, that's where it was having some breakage. It is growing back. There's still some parts in there that have been on the shorter side. So here's it's different different layers. It's not all the same length. It might be hard to see with this black dress on in the back. I can turn around and try. And I think back here, in the very back, my hair has been growing longer, faster. But I don't know if I can. However, somewhere in there. So, yeah, it's my little curly. Not the best length check for you, but if you wanted to see, that's that. So yeah, I'll probably play with this a little bit more, but probably kind of wear it something like this today, maybe. I might put a clip in it still in the back and wear it part up and part down. Let's see. I'm just gonna play with it some more, but that's what it's doing. Just gotta let it do what it do and work with it. Thanks for joining me. Have fun playing in your hair, ladies. Enjoy it. Bless your hair in the name of Jesus and appreciate it. All right. Have a good day. I can get this closed.